Hi Stephanie. Greetings from Redwood National Park. My name is Ranger Greg. A little bird told me you're a big fan of these redwoods, and I hear unfortunately you probably won't be here in person to see them. But I want to share with you a couple of cool things about these amazing redwood groves. I've also heard that you and your husband are really into forest bathing. That's pretty cool. That's also pretty funny because around here we just call that a walk in the woods. I want to take a minute just to share with you a few of those really interesting little facts about redwoods, but something a lot more personal. Something about how the redwoods, I think, really improve and impact and benefit us all. So something factual and something hopefully inspirational for you. Obviously, the remaining redwood groves are incredible. 95% of them were cut down, but what we protect in Redwood National and State Park and other state parks across California is about 130,000 acres of old-growth redwoods, which is still pretty cool. They're really tall trees, 300 foot tall, 350 foot tall, and very few people have been to the top of them. And most visitors, when they walk through the redwood groves, they don't actually see more than about a third of the way up, because the branches hide most of the trees. Something else I think people are surprised about is when they touch the bark of a redwood tree, how soft it is. Some redwoods can have curly bark, have red bark, brownish bark, grayish bark. And we realize that redwoods have just as much complexity in their DNA as humans do. I think redwoods are incredible for that reason as well. Walking through the redwood groves is also pretty quiet. You might hear some birds, you might hear a babbling brook, but for the most part it's really quiet. And one of the reasons for that is that redwood bark has a lot of tannins, which keeps the insects away. And without many insects in these trees, there's not going to be too many birds flying around looking for an insect snack. So that's probably one of the reasons why these redwood forests are so quiet. Many people, when they come to the redwoods, look for the wildlife. People might see Roosevelt elk, they might see deer, they might see occasional bears. But a lot of people are excited when they see salmon. Salmon spawn and die in the streams here. I've seen 5-foot-long king salmon swimming up these creeks. And when they die, they decompose. And those become nutrients in the ecosystem. You could almost really say that salmon are a forest creature. Science has proved that salmon molecules are now found up in the molecules that make up redwood needles 350 feet up in the canopy. How about that for the circle of life? So Stephanie, I'm really sorry to hear what you're going through. But obviously you've got an incredible and loving family. One of the things that I really think about when I've worked at the national parks is that sense of well-being that these places can bring. And whether it's the Grand Canyon or the redwood groves, these places, they make those big problems seem to be pretty small. They make big egos really small, and they can soothe a broken heart or a hurt heart. And that's what I think is a pretty special place. I know you won't be here in person, but this is a beautiful forest for forest bathing. And what do you think? This is yours. This is your national park and your redwoods. I hope you enjoy them.